Hi, I'm Victoria Lennox here at the Communitech Hub with Barry Bisson, the president of Shad Valley. Barry, can you tell us a bit about Shad Valley?
Well, we're a not-for-profit organization based in Waterloo, but we're a national organization. This is our 31st year of operations. And our mission essentially is to build the innovation and entrepreneurial capacity of Canada. There are kind of 2 or 3 really important ingredients in what we do. We work with high school students, but our niche is really exceptional high school students. All of them have a brilliant academic track record, but we also look for evidence of drive and initiative. What are they doing in their schools, in their communities? Are they musicians, artists, athletes? So we're really looking for really bright, well-rounded people. We have 23 Rhodes Scholars amongst our alumni. We have many top 40 under 40, top 20 under 20, other prestigious scholarship winners. So that's the caliber of student that we work with.
It's really exciting, and I'm wondering if you could just tell us a bit about the program you put the students through.
Well, even though they're high school students, we actually operate in a university setting, so it's great for them because they're 1 or 2 years away from university, so it's great preparation for university. At each university we hire a team of people which consists of university faculty members and students who are very much like the students themselves. And our academic program, very intensive, 30 days in a row, 7:30 in the morning till midnight every day we're doing activities. The academic program is not about passing tests or exams or learning concepts. It's about exposure to fields of study that will drive innovation in Canada. So often we have a huge influence on the choices they make. Then of course we overlay on top of that this notion of an entrepreneurial mindset. And every year we give the students a challenge. It's the same challenge at each of our 10 Canadian universities. So they go through a lot of trials and tribulations, learning how to build a high-performing team, how to manage their time, how to manage conflict within their team. And so they really do develop a lot of great skills that all entrepreneurs have to be successful in entrepreneurship.
So as we've been moving across the country, we've been meeting with some of your alumni, and they're saying that their experience in Shad Valley actually changed their life in one short week because of the mentors that they're surrounded with and the entire ecosystem that's put around them in the program and the intensity. I'm just wondering what your thoughts are in terms of the value of the mentors that you bring in and the role that they play whilst the students are going through the program, but also after the program.
Well, the teams that we hire at each university are absolutely incredible people, and we have a lot of experience on our teams. Once people get involved with Shad, they seem to want to stay involved. And when we do our hiring for the leadership of our programs, we try to look for the same qualities that we seek in the students that we admit to our program. And the fact that our team is live-in for 24/7 with the students for the month of July really helps build that community.
And we're going around the country right now, and this is our stop in Ontario. We're in Waterloo, and we're talking about a lot of issues that entrepreneurs face and how to create an entrepreneurial culture. One of the key areas that comes up time and again is getting young people, particularly in high school and younger, involved, engaged, and aware of entrepreneurship as a viable career option, and just, as you say, developing that entrepreneurial mindset. And I'm wondering if you have any thoughts beyond the Shad Valley program, or maybe related to the Shad Valley program, how we can cultivate that entrepreneurial mindset amongst Canadian youth.
Well, I've been an entrepreneurship educator for almost my entire career, and I've gone through quite an evolution personally in my own thinking about how to get young people interested in entrepreneurship. And I think one of the epiphanies that I've had over the years, and particularly in the last 10 years, is that it's probably better to communicate entrepreneurship not necessarily in the context of starting a business, but more so as a way of behaving and acting. Being a person who cares about solving important problems, developing skills in visioning solutions to problems, realizing that as an entrepreneur, whether you're in the business domain or the social entrepreneurship domain, you're going to have to marshal resources that you don't have control or ownership of. So you're going to have to become skillful at that. And you're also going to have to build a team, no matter whether you're in the business domain or the social entrepreneurship domain. So I think if we can communicate entrepreneurship as a way of behaving and acting, the chances are that we're going to have a much better chance of getting particularly young people interested. So if we can legitimize entrepreneurship by saying, look, it's a way of behaving and acting, and if your passion is to take on a really important social problem or cause and solve that one, then entrepreneurial behavior is just as important there as it is in starting a business. So with young people, I think that's one of the main pieces of advice that I would give, is communicate it in that fashion. And I think a lot more will engage, and the more engaged in the development of their entrepreneurial skills and behavior, the chances are we're really going to drive the entrepreneurial capacity in the business sector as well. So that would be the one piece of advice I would give.
That's huge value add to this entire discussion that I don't think we've heard through the tour, and the use of the language as well. The term entrepreneurship, a lot of people don't even know entirely what that means. Now, in terms of Startup Canada, we're talking to a lot of people, a lot of experts in various fields about what our role should be moving forward post-tour in terms of starting up the country. And we can focus on youth entrepreneurship or not, but if you have any ideas on how Startup Canada can position itself moving forward, we'd welcome them.
Well, I think there's kind of two dimensions to the challenge, and one dimension is trying to build an entrepreneurial culture in Canada, and another is trying to help out our entrepreneurs be more successful in the Canadian context. Given those two sort of dimensions, I would prefer to see Startup Canada focus on the building the entrepreneurial culture, and so I think it's all about building awareness and keeping entrepreneurship top of mind in our society, and also acting as an advocate for the entrepreneurial community. There are a lot of issues where maybe some advocacy has to be brought to bear on government to change policies and regulations that will help entrepreneurship thrive in our community. If we're ever going to get into crowdfunding in Canada, there are a lot of changes that are going to have to take place, and I think this is where an organization like Startup Canada can help. It's just one issue of many that maybe an advocacy role to help the entrepreneurial community influence public policy in the country in a way that will help entrepreneurship thrive and flourish, which is so important to the future standard of living of our country.
And just to close off, I guess, Startup Canada from the onset has been about collaboration, partnership, and conversation. And I'm wondering what value you see Startup Canada in the future, and your vision of what Startup Canada could be, what value it could add to Shad Valley, its alumni, and those young, enterprising, bright students who are coming through the program.
Well, we're delighted to be a partner of Startup Canada. I can tell you that we, as an organization, have been totally impressed with what you folks have accomplished in a very short period of time, and what a great service you're doing for the country. Obviously, we're focused on a narrow niche segment of the Canadian student population. We believe that it's important, just like on the podium for athletes, it's important to overinvest in our best and brightest young minds. But I think an organization like yours, particularly if it takes on a role of trying to get a grassroots movement going to really get young people fired up about entrepreneurship.
Barry, thank you so much. This has been a great interview. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.